Our one of our fearless leaders in intersectionality and the founder and CEO of Intersectionality Training Institute, finally came out with the FAIR framework in the annual review of public health. And this framework is so important. Um, the key point is that intersectionality was never created as a statistical method, or even for, any kind of research framework. It really emerged out of Black feminist activism, as I've talked about before. And so, what her model pushes against is this idea that we can just take conventional quantitative methods, add interaction terms, and call the work intersectional, right? That approach often documents disparities, but it doesn't explain how they are produced, and that's really important to intersectionality. Dr. Boleg is very clear that intersectionality is not a testable theory. And that is very, very important because I think that that is one of the number one questions I get. How do I test this framework? It's a normative framework or a global framework, depending on what disciplinary home you're in. And then also what we are not as great at, I think, across disciplines in QIR is making sure that power is at the center of any analytic framework that we use. What are the systems of racism, sexism, heterosexism, so on and so forth? In Dr. Bullock's framework, she really, really drives home the ways in which intersectionality can be used and should be used from the initial thinking stage all the way through the interpretation of our findings.